The story of Godzilla Minus One is set in post-World War II Japan, where the nation is still reeling from the devastation caused by nuclear attacks. The narrative begins with a glimpse into the life of a man named Koichi Shikishima, a former kamikaze pilot who failed to fulfill his final mission during the war. Haunted by guilt and shame, Koichi struggles to find purpose in a society that views him as a disgrace. Koichi tries to start over in a small, peaceful coastal village, working odd jobs to survive. The residents, while kind, are also struggling with poverty and rebuilding their lives. The film introduces us to his bond with a local nurse, Noriko, who becomes a beacon of hope in his dark, self-loathing world. Their tentative relationship is filled with quiet moments of understanding and mutual healing. However, their fragile peace is shattered when reports of mysterious ship disappearances and a massive underwater disturbance begin to emerge. Fishermen returning from sea tell tales of an unimaginable sea creature, and soon enough, the terrifying reality surfaces: Godzilla. This version of Godzilla is unlike any seen before, an unstoppable force of destruction, born from the residual effects of humanity's nuclear experiments. The creature's appearance is terrifying, with charred skin, glowing cracks along its body, and a roar that echoes like a haunting reminder of humanity's sins. Godzilla first attacks a nearby naval fleet, obliterating everything in its path. The Japanese government scrambles to respond, but with limited resources and a nation still in recovery, their efforts are futile. Koichi witnesses the destruction firsthand when Godzilla reaches his village, annihilating everything in a fiery rampage. Despite his own fear, Koichi tries to save Noriko and other villagers, but the chaos leaves him overwhelmed. Racked with guilt over surviving yet another disaster while so many perish, Koichi decides he can no longer live in shame or fear. He joins a small group of survivors and scientists who are determined to stop Godzilla at any cost. Among them is Dr. Yamane, a biologist who believes the monster is not just a creature of destruction, but also a living symbol of humanity's recklessness with nature and nuclear power. The group devises a bold plan to lure Godzilla into a trap using advanced explosives left over from the war. Koichi volunteers to pilot a small boat carrying the explosives, a mission eerily similar to his failed kamikaze run during the war. This time, however, he is determined to redeem himself, not just for his country, but for the lives of those he has come to care for. The climax is both thrilling and tragic. As Godzilla rampages through Tokyo, leveling the city with its atomic breath, Koichi and his team launch their desperate attack. The explosions cause significant damage to Godzilla, revealing the creature's vulnerability, but it's not enough to stop it entirely. Koichi ultimately makes the ultimate sacrifice, steering the explosives directly into Godzilla's path and detonating them at point-blank range. The explosion severely injures Godzilla, forcing it to retreat back into the ocean, but it's clear that the creature is not truly defeated. The film ends on a somber note, with Koichi's sacrifice acknowledged as a heroic act. However, the haunting reality remains. Godzilla is still out there, a constant reminder of the consequences of humanity's hubris. In its closing moments, Godzilla Minus One delivers a poignant message about resilience, redemption, and the delicate balance between humanity and nature. It's not just a monster film, it's a deeply emotional exploration of guilt, survival, and the cost of war, wrapped in breathtaking visuals and heart-pounding action.